Okay, if you want to change your life, if you don't like what's happening here, you are in for the ride, but you don't have to experience the struggle and pain that you might be experiencing right now, or maybe frustration because things aren't going the way you like them to. So we're going to talk about all these tools that you hold right now to manifest anything. Are you ready to step into that new world? Because we can shift your reality. We are one whole. So I participate in yours and vice versa. I'm going to share something, a download that I received that was incredibly interesting. That maybe if you understand this download, you can start to implement the, let's just say, laws of at least our matrix today to see some amazing differences. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Everything is in this book that could liberate you from all the limitations, the negative thoughts, and even if this much gets through to you in a way that expands your mind, your reality must change. So let's talk about that today. I'm going to give you another tool today because I have master classes. If you guys are in my email list, I have so many ways for you to break through fear. And I have very simple steps, mini courses, massive courses for you to shift your reality. And it only takes one thing to change in your life, one thought, one belief, one action that takes you on a completely different path. So what happens when we try to manifest, we talk about law of attraction. Let's say I know that there is an island way out there and I want to hit that island. Well, if I'm in my little boat here and I'm on my way to that island, I know the exact coordinates, but there's going to be storms along the way, maybe pirates, all kinds of challenges. I'm going to have to plug a few holes in the boat. If I don't stay on that course and I'm off just this much, well, as we know, this much can mean completely missing that island. And that's how your manifestation powers are reacting to you, are controlled. And it is 100% focus. If you're off by just a little bit, you won't hit that target. Now, the reverse happens too. So if you're over here and you change your life just a little bit, you might hit a target that you didn't even realize existed for you because you made just a little change in your life. So don't think that everything has to be some massive shift. It doesn't. Just this much changes everything, including what you place into the quantum field, which affects everyone. Now, when you make a decision to go to a higher frequency, that's a higher thought, gratitude, joy, acceptance, non-judgment, community, compassion is one of the biggest ones. When you go into that space, you shift into something higher and beautiful and greater, and you are now associating with that frequency within the field. And happier things are there because what you're placed in there, you associate with, like dialing into the radio station. All right? So I've talked about why law of attraction doesn't work, or why it's not working for you. I'm going to attract something, but we're not changing our own frequency. We're not tuning into that. We're not shifting to hit that island. We're still over here, and we think we're going to move the island over to me. We're going to attract it. No, you don't. You don't want to attract anything. You either focus on it, and you get those coordinates in alignment with what you want, and you go for it, or you're going to hit another island, or maybe you don't hit an island at all. So ask yourself, what is it you're in alignment with? And if it's negativity, doubt, lack of faith, then you're not trusting this power that is always a part of your field. You and it are not separate. Now, I received some information while I was in a lucid dream state, and it said that everything is a cause and effect, not of just what we're doing, but of what's in this field. I'm contributing, not just when I put a directive in there for something I want, I'm contributing everything at all times. And it is all one thing, so it's all a product of every thought, every action, every belief, all of it. So it shared with me that we're always focused on that which we desire, but it's told me that everything equally contributes. So the negative thought, if you don't change those, will continue to muddy up the waters of the quantum field in that direction. And so it only gives us back what we're placing in it without judgment. It's not, giving us things we deserve or that I ask for. If you are placing other things in that field, it will only just generate back that which you're placing in there as an order, a directive. And so what I saw was so powerful, it's almost difficult to explain. In other words, I saw us placing thoughts and actions, everything, beliefs into this field, but that everything else was still a part of that, and that we can't escape that. I can't create my own reality without everything else being a part of it. And that's why it's so important for us to deprogram ourselves. In other words, stop going into the thinking that has limited us and made us so unhappy. Conflict, separation, judgment. We have to pull away from that, because when I change my mind, I contribute to the entire whole of the matrix. Because we do have an energy field within this matrix. It still is a part of everything, but it's a game we're playing out. Just imagine the arcade. The arcade's one building, and there's just all these different games going on. We're all still in the same building. I can hear the ding, ding, ding of the machines, and I know that you're playing a different game than I'm playing. And then, of course, I have my own progress within my own game. That's how it's working. But we're still in the same arcade together. So when I place this information out there, these feelings, these thoughts, beliefs, I'm affecting the whole. And the matrix, absolutely, and your reality is going to change based on everybody's input 100% of the time. It's not just when I want something. What are you placing into it? So this is going to make perfect sense, hopefully, to you when you realize, wait a second, I have to change absolutely everything, all thoughts, to hit that island. I have to eliminate the directives that are taking the boat over here. When I eliminate that, it's going to get back on track. And the boat will only go to where I tell it to. And it doesn't matter if there are pirates or storms along the way, because that boat's still on that directive. And so what happens is when we have storms and pirates, challenges in life, we start to doubt that the island even exists, and so we go off track again. We allow those circumstances, those events, to change our directive. We allow it. We're making a choice. And it doesn't have to be that way, because that island is still there no matter what happens, no matter how many pirates get on your boat and take your stuff. You're still on a boat that's going to hit the island. And trust me, when you hit the island, everything's there. All the wealth and the joy and the whatever you need is on that beautiful, perfect island. So you can never lose your faith that it A, exists, or B, that you can achieve that goal. You can hit that island. You can get there. You can get there. So just know, what did you learn along the way? You learned a lot along the way about storms. You learned to navigate them. You learned how to deal with the pirates. You learned that maybe you're going to lose some wealth along the way, and maybe you'll get some back. And you just don't know what's going to happen. And if you just release that control that the ego always needs to have, you'll open yourself to amazing things, because the ego is going to always try and tell you what it thinks it knows best, and it is not connected to the biggest field. It is in a lower frequency, and it can't possibly give to you what you can get when you put it over here and tell it, I don't need to listen to you anymore. There's something very great that exists right now, and I know this, and I don't have to have all the answers. I hope that you'll subscribe. Come on over to my free email list. I've got 2 free master classes, an opportunity to take a mini course to shift your reality. I also have a membership. It's the Mindset Mastery membership. It's a monthly training, and we start to shift our mindset. I have a live session with you, a meditation, and practices. And it doesn't take a lot to shift you into a new reality. If you want to come work with me as a coach, I welcome you to do that. You'll have to sign up, schedule an appointment. We can talk about if it's good for both of us, because I want to make sure that you're going to be successful, because it's your journey, not mine. You get to choose, and you can't make a mistake, because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.